What's going on, guys? It's Shawnee Shalami. Today we have a banger on Lionspire. This was a game I was completely unstoppable, and I choked away what could have been a 100-kill game. I have never played better, in my opinion, than I did in the first half of this one, and it did all fall apart. So stay tuned. We're going to break down why that happened. But in the first half of this game, you're going to see gameplay you may have never seen on the channel. Like, it's ridiculous how well I played. I don't know what was going on. So let's just jump right into our narrated gameplay. Now, we're already taunting with this guy, but we can't really get a 1v1 in, so we're going to go off to the side here, see what else is going on. And we're playing with Trader Trooper and Dracula Flow, and they did really well as well. Dracula Flow actually had a 100 bomb on the dot, and it was just a banger all around for all of us. This is a great feint you want to do with the greatsword, is an overhead to overhead feint. It works better on experienced players, actually, because newer players will just gamble you with a longsword slash, but he was using overheads and countering well, so I knew that he would probably fall for that. So I went for an overhead to overhead feint. If for whatever reason, it just seems to work better on experienced players because it is so slow. Now, me and Trader are just going to go on a rampage. Flat out, I'm just telling you, this game, I'm not trying to overhype it. It was crazy how well I played. Like, I don't really know why that is, but it was a lot of fun to do that with friends as well. So we have some good teammates here that are playing off each other well, and we're still on the beach. Like, we haven't completely left yet. Like, we did respawn once and run in, but we're still here. Like, they're not really pushing up too well because of us, and it feels really good to just play like this. The greatsword overheads are just nasty, and I'm just falling in love with this weapon lately. The Messer is better. We're going to get into that a little bit later as well. But me and Trader just refusing to die, refusing to give up the beach. I don't know why we didn't go back and heal. We were in voice chat talking, but it was just such a fun game. Like, I'm hyped up even just watching this, because these moments that you get with your friends, it just means so much more, and it's so much cooler when you get to have them with them. And Trader Trooper is a dude that I really love, even though he doesn't watch my YouTube and he'll probably never see this. So it's really cool to just do stuff like this with him, and we're just not stopping. I didn't teabag the archer here. It's one of the few times I'm not going to, because we've got to help our boy out. He's in trouble, so we're going to go over here, try and help him out. But now our rampage is finally going to come to an end. And shout out the teammates that are here with us. I didn't get their names, but they did a great job as well surviving for a little bit here. This is a mistake here, so I'm going to kill this guy and start moving forward, get a little bloodthirsty. I should be turning around and taking those easy kills behind me. This is not smart. So we're fighting off to the side. They do push the battering ram, and it's on to stage 2. Now, I will admit, guys, I did not care that much about the objective in this one. I'm in voice chat with my friends. I'm not worrying about it. And then all of a sudden, I'm having a crazy game, and I start locking in on that a little bit. So I know I've lost my way a little bit with not playing the objective. Hope you guys can understand that in certain games like this, but it's definitely not something I should be doing all the time. So this is something I've definitely been smarter about, being trained by Help Me Steppo lately, who will be getting a player spotlight upcoming. I'm glad you guys like the 2 that we've done so far. I turn around here. I just see a guy that's an easy kill. I don't have to fixate on the fight I'm in. I can keep my head up, look around, see what's going on, and behind me there's someone that's just an easy low-hanging fruit that I can go kill. So we haven't gotten too hot yet, but check this out. Even the emoting is on point. We say help me while we're down, and then we say thank you for the bandage. So even the emoting is on point here. Okay, so this life here is where we're going to start to get going and heat up, because after that earlier rampage with Trader Trooper, we have started to cool off a little bit. We got a little too heated and just excited after that cool moment. But now we're going to start locking in. We're going to start turning around and piling up the kills. And again, look, I'm turning around, seeing these guys are free kills, even if they are surrounded a little bit, but they have their backs turned. It's just such an important thing you want to be doing. And I do want to shout me out, help me Stepbo for helping me with that. I'm going to keep shouting him out until we do his player spotlight to build up the hype. Hope you guys forgive me there. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me right now. I'm just an unstoppable killing machine. Well, except for Catapult. Now, we all know all Catapult users are virgins and neckbeards, but this Catapult user in particular, I'm not going to name names, was pretty obscene because he was sitting in the back line forever, just farming kills, not hitting the gate, and almost cost his team. It came down to like a minute, but you know, they don't care about that. Catapult users care about one thing, a pretty screenshot with a really big number next to kills. I care about my kills too, but I actually play the game and I don't just sit in the back piling up numbers while not even playing. So just something I wanted to point out there. Again, I hope you see I'm just not exaggerating. I was just totally in the zone, total flow state. And now it's on to stage 3. They did defend the gates. Now, as we look at the metric fuck ton of kills that I already have, we're going to do a big time mistake here, and this is going to start us to spiral a little bit. We're going to have a good objective and do really well in the town square, but this is going to start setting in motion the mistakes I make. We're going to switch weapons to the Messer. Now, in my head, the Messer is just a better version of the greatsword. They play very similar. You're going to be using a lot of overheads, but the Messer is faster and it gets around block better, right? You guys have heard me talk about it. I think the Messer is the best weapon in the game. So I switched to it because it's the weapon I do best with. As we burn Trader Trooper here alive, you know, that's just typically what I do with fire pots. That's what we do every single time. Kill them, go back here, he's down, get him up. But what I should have done if I was really aiming for a 100 kill game, which is already hard enough to do on Lionspire because it's not the longest map, is just use what got me here. Just keep using the greatsword. It got me this many kills that far, and that's what I should have kept doing. Now, something I do want to say real quick, because I am talking about stats a lot. I try not to do it as much as I used to. I know people got on me about caring too much about them, but I do think you guys got to understand, if you're a new viewer, the 100 kill game has been something I've been chasing for a while, because that's something I have not been able to do. So when it looked like it was in sight on this one, that's something a lot of people have been waiting for me to try and do, and me myself, and it just didn't happen. So the fact I did play selfishly, not do the objective like I should, and there's a big focus on kills in this one and how well I'm playing individually. It's not really the norm of how I talk about things. I definitely bring up having good games and stuff, and those are the ones that typically make YouTube. But yeah, I just want to say that because like I am almost cringing at how many times I pointed it out. But that was what I was trying to do this whole match, was finally get that monkey off my back of getting the 100 kills. So again, just stomping with the boys over here. Love to see it. I just love playing with these guys. Trader Trooper's been playing for a while. Dracula's only level 300, but he's already a savage. I keep calling him the chosen one today while we've been playing because I think he has a insane potential to be one of the top players based on how good he is already. We're going to hide behind this crate here because we have an archer virgin shooting at us far away from his teammates. You know, that's where they love to be, and that's where we want them to be because they smell bad. I know that the Warhammer is the best one-hander by far, but nothing feels as good as the one-handed sword. It's like the long sword in that sense, and we're going to just completely decimate a 1 versus 3 here. Survive, get out of there, disarmed, look for our greatsword, can't really find it, but everything is going right in this game so far. So we are going to start spiraling a little bit soon, but we are just completely unstoppable right now. I don't even really understand how this happened, why this happened, but it was just a game I was totally in the zone for. Let's take a look at the stats again. So Dragula's having a great game, and I do want to shout out Money Rat, Trader Trooper, of course, and Stone Sight for our great players as well. And I would say they are probably better than me a little bit, but this just goes to show that those are two players I run into a lot. And because of how well I was playing here, I was just that much ahead of them, which is not typically the case.
We must hold the town square.
So how about that one, huh? I actually don't think they played that poorly. I think they did pretty well. And the last guy is going to teabag me. Now, this is where we're going to start to slow down a ton. So after we backed off for a bit, again, selfish, I know. That's kind of the theme of this video, is playing for myself and not really the team. They're going to capture the town square, and we're going to start to slow down significantly, because this is my big takeaway from this game, is you should not care about your stats like I do. We'll touch more on that at the end, but it was just getting in my head and making me focus on that 100 kill game. And it was just a fixation I've had for a while. And I wanted to be able to do it for a video and just to be able to say I've done it. And it was just making me overthink things. And I didn't play well. But I had a lot of fun with Trader Trooper and Dracula, like I keep saying. But this was a tough one. So from here on out, we're going to struggle. Again, I'm not playing smart here. This is even worse than I typically do in voice chat. Something that is at play here is I am talking to my friends during this one. Sometimes I'm playing by myself. Typically when I'm recording, I'm not in voice chat, and I do get frustrated because I feel like I can't do two things at once, voice chat and play. At this point, I've died so many times, I'm not going to get frustrated, but I'm starting to space out a little bit, and just I'm not locked in anymore. That flow state is completely gone. So much so that I spawn in as the wrong class, as Guardian, when I try and go back to the greatsword. And now I spawn in with a war axe. Like, I just don't get what I was thinking. So now it's time for the final stage. We're going to defend the trebuchets, turn it around a little bit here, and try and lock in, play for the win after the disaster on the bridge. If you are liking the video so far, I would like to ask to subscribe for future Chivalry 2 content and fiefdom. All the melee slasher stuff you can get here on this channel. And if you want to support my PC fund, I'm trying to save up for a PC. Channel memberships, those are in the description. And if you want to join the Discord, the Unyielding community, that's the best Chivalry 2 community going right now and the biggest one. We got 2,000 members. That'll be in the pinned comment. But let's see if we can get this win. So it was still a phenomenal game, but it could have been so much more. Really disappointing, but honestly, guys, this was a bit of a wake-up call for me about caring so much about my stats that I got so stressed about trying to get 100 kills, because it's not that important. At the end of the day, nothing is at stake in a 64-player lobby and team objective in Chivalry 2. That's just the truth. But if you want to check out another video, one's on the screen now. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.